Hello friends and enemies, welcome to, or back to Happy Pronounce Me, Isabel here with your 30 and 30 vlog. Oh boy, okay, so it's April 1st, like it is literally April 1st. I have already read my first volume. You'll get that in a minute. But yeah, I'm here. My goal, my chill goal, 30 and 30. That's it. My ambitious goal, 60 and 30. My unhinged goal, 75 plus and 30, because I counted. So you know I have like my shelves behind me, and I have 5 right now kind of that are all TBR-ish, light-ish. They're not all full. Like some of them are just like where my omnibuses live, but either way. For sure 4 full TBR shelves, or nearly full, because I've now pulled things. These have about 48 books. So if I can read 60 physicals, I will be down a full shelf, like without trying too hard. Fingers crossed. I have no idea if this is going to happen. I also really want to read a lot of my digital TBR that I have, so it's just going to be a balancing act. I'm excited to see where this goes though. So I will be back very, very soon to like talk through it with you and talk about everything I'm reading. So timestamps down below for each volume. I'll do it by book so you can hop around if you're curious about certain ones that I read. But first up, I read Ima Koi, volume 9, and finished it. So let's go talk about that.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along.
Okay, we have a guest for this first manga volume wrap up because it's 30 and 30. Oh, okay, she left me. Anyway, that off to a strong start because I'm already holding a book up backwards. Anyways, I finished Ima Koi volume 9. Officially completed the series. Really enjoyed it. I think this is definitely one of my favorite series of all time. I think it's fantastic. Millie, stop. It's fantastic. I thought this did a really good job wrapping up their story. We get a little jump forward to see them all happy as college kids. It just was fun. It's sweet. It's cute. They're just my precious little married couple, and I adore that about them. Like, they're just so stinking cute together. So yeah, definitely a favorite series. I'm happy to start my 30 and 30 reads with this. And, you know, I'm going to pick something else up here, but for now, volume 1 is done, and I freaking loved it. Finished another volume. I read this last night and I did a bad job. I did not update you. I finished A Sign of Affection and loved it. It's so good. I cannot wait for volume 8 in May. I hate that we have to wait that long, but it's fine. By the time this vlog goes up, it won't be that long. So 7 was a great continuation. I thought the storylines are moving forward really nicely. Like, it's a good pace. So I'm really loving that about it, and honestly just am so happy that I read it. I'm going to be picking up Apothecary Diaries, so that'll be my next 4 volumes that I read, but right now it is day 3. I'm on track because I still have to read today's volume, but we're doing good. We are making progress. Okay, I'm in pajamas because I read last night, but I was too sleepy to update you. So, volume 3 of 30 and 30 was Yakuza Fiance. Volume 7, I have feelings, and I'm not mad, but I'm a little sad to know I have to wait until September for volume 8. So, if you're watching this and you're also reading Yakuza Fiance and you aren't caught up, maybe wait. It's not a terrible cliffhanger, but it's enough of a cliffhanger that I wish I would have waited. I just wish I would have waited. But this is one that I feel like I get in and I read almost immediately, so that's what I did. And it's fine. It was not like a terrible, terrible cliffhanger, but I'm just like, I just wish I had waited a little bit. I do love this cover. Don't love the guy on the cover, because when you read this one, you'll know. But this was a great continuation. I continue to really love this series, and this is just kind of a bit of a mindfucky thriller mafia story with a bit of romance as well. It's kind of got a nice mix of all the things I like in a dark book, so I'm enjoying it, to say the least. We have begun our Apothecary Diaries journey. So I have 3 volumes of this to read. I have 10 and 11 left now, but I read volume 9 last night. I really loved it. I think this is a great continuation, and I'm really excited to see where we're going with how we ended volume 9, because it looks like Genji is going to have to do a thing, and it's going to be really funny, I think. But either way, I loved volume 9. I think this continues to be one of my favorite series. I've kind of been hoarding it, but now I'm going to get caught up, and again, same weight as I have for Yakuza Fiance, which is fine. I think I need to get caught up on things so that I can start reading things as they come in easier. So until I'm caught up, that's hard to do. So that's kind of part of 30 and 30 this round, is catching up. But yeah, I really liked this. I don't know. I had a good time. I had a really good time with it. So volume 9 continued to like thrill me, I guess, so to speak. I think what's fun about this is, like, though it is kind of slice of lifey, I guess, like fantasy slice of life, we always have new issues. It's always intriguing, the plot. Like, we're still getting like an overarching plot that continues forward, and lots of micro plots. So like, it's exactly the mix I want in a fantasy manga, basically. So loved this. I'll be back later today when I'm changed, and probably with at least 2 to 3 more volumes. Goal is at least 2 more of Apothecary, so fingers crossed I manage that. But for now, that's where we're at. I'll be back to talk to y'all soon. Okay, so I have a quick update for you. I've read 3 more volumes, and I'm currently, like, it's day 7 at like almost 9 o'clock at night, so I'm 1 volume behind right now, so I'm up to 6. I don't know where I stuck volume 9, so I've 10 and 11 here for you. I'm officially caught up on Apothecary Diaries until we get our new volume in September, which is like sad and good. Like, it's a both. I feel both ways about it. Like, I'm happy to be caught up. I'm also sad to be caught up. But this was an absolute delight. I feel like we got some great plot development around Mao Mao and her time in the castle, the palace, whatever. Some fun stuff with Jinchi. Just political intrigue, like all the fun things. This is like very episodic in the best way, like in a really, really enjoyable way. I have to let Millie out, so we're getting up. But yeah, this is like episodic in the best way so far. I feel like each volume ends in a way that I'm not too sad to have a wait for more, but also in a way where like I'm satisfied and like pleased with the series. So that's where we're at right now. I am gonna catch up tonight, and I'll be caught up to my 30 and 30, so I've read 7 volumes by tonight. Listen, you're getting a bed update. This doesn't happen often, but occasionally I come at you from the bed. I read 4 volumes early afternoon of Mint Chocolate. That's right, 4 volumes right here. So I read volumes 7 through 10, and I'm officially caught up on the series. And this is a weird angle. It's fine. We're gonna deal with it, because I've tried to film this 5 times, and Grumps is getting work calls in the other room. But I wanted to tell you, so I caught up on this. I'm officially caught up until the next release in May, which is perfection. And I feel like the story is wrapping up really nicely. I'm assuming we're ending soonish, but we had just really good development. We had a couple moments where I was really stressed out. We had a couple moments where I was just like, oh, this is so cute. And then we just continued forward. We end volume 10 on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So if you haven't read 10 yet, I do think you might want to wait. But it's not terrible. So I don't feel like it's going to be an awful wait till the next volume. But yeah, this continues to be one of my favorite, like, step-sibling romances. It helps because they met when they were older, and their parents, like, weren't even together necessarily when they met. But it's just really cute and sweet. He's very protective of her. She's very protective of him. They're just sweet little beans. They're really cute. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. And we have the introduction of a new character, which is their next door neighbor kid, and he is a freaking riot. I have giggled at him so many times, so I've also enjoyed that a lot. But yeah, I'm officially 10 volumes in. It is the 8th, so I'm 2 volumes ahead right now, and I'm hopefully going to keep that pace up, and maybe I'll hit 45. We'll see. I don't know. It's too early to tell, but who knows? Either way, this is a blast. These were all like solid 4-star reads. So yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna just keep laying here while Grumps is on the phone, because I needed a break from the noise. Hello, I have a manga update. That is backwards, and I don't have volume 2 on me, but I read 2 more volumes. It is triple stamps at Barnes & Noble today, and I'm resisting, because honestly, I don't need anything else. I need to read what I own. But Kowloon 2 and 3, absolutely fantastic. This is one of those mangas that I'm turning off the fan. This is one of those mangas that, in my opinion, the less you know, the better. It is a weird, there's a romantic subplot. There is something weird happening in the city of Kowloon. And that's the most I want to tell you. But I absolutely adored both these volumes. I think they were fantastic. So happy I read them. I really need to pick up 4, 5, and 6. But again, I'm waiting because even though there's promo at Barnes right now, I'm just waiting because I can either have Shay be an amazing friend and all. Obviously I pay her, but I can have her pick me up some volumes at the end of 30 and 30 if I clear a TBR shelf, because that's the goal. If I pick up things now, I'm not going to keep clearing that TBR shelf. So both volumes of this were fantastic. And it's definitely a series I still currently feel like when it's all said and done, I want to go back and reread it. So I'm really excited to already be as far as I am. But yeah, we are still on track. I have to read one more volume today, but Shay just texted me that Boss Bride Days is done at volume 15, and I have all of them. So I think tonight while Grumps plays video games, I might read Boss Bride Days 11 or 12 through 15 and get caught up on that. So I will report back if that's what I do. But yeah, I'm really excited. I freaking loved Kowloon. This is quickly becoming a favorite. Okay, hi, I have a manga update. I have been not the best at updating you, but I'm currently, as of today, it is the 17th of April. I'm current right now with the challenge, so I'm at 17 out of 30 volumes. It is the 17th, so that feels good. That feels really good. And I am probably going to Barnes & Noble to buy a handful of volumes today. But I will read them during 30 and 30 is the deal. So I just want to update you before I film another video I have to film, because I've read a bunch. I read all of Boss Bride Days. So I read from volume 11 through 15 over the last couple days, and I liked it. I am going to say this series is a solid 3.5 series for me, maybe a 4. I need to noodle on it a bit longer, but I did have a good time reading it. I think it was fun. I think it was cute to watch how they developed like the relationships amongst all the brothers and her, but there was a thing about the ending that I'm not going to spoil here that I thought was mildly unsatisfying at the end of the day. Just like a little bit unsatisfying. So because of that, maybe a 3.5 instead of like a 4-star series. It's definitely one that I feel like if you can get it on sale, it's worth a read. It is a really different setup than a lot of other books I've read, manga I've read. But yeah, overall, like the last couple volumes were all 3.5, 4s for me. So yeah, I had a good time with it. I think it was pretty fun. I think it was an enjoyable read overall. And honestly, I'm very curious to see what other people think of this series as they finish it. I know Shay and I were talking about it and we both felt like, you know, the ending kind of could have been better, is what I'll say. Like I said, I don't want to fully spoil it because it just ended. But yeah, I'm okay with it. The next thing I read I Married My Female Friend Volume 2 finally. This came in this month. I read it this month. I'm proud of myself. Or last month, I don't know. It came in and I've read it within a month of getting it. So that's a win. I really enjoyed this volume. I think it was a great addition to the storyline. I think it was a great addition to where we're headed. I also think they did a really good job continuing to show progress between their friendship relationship and also like what is moving towards a romantic relationship. And we got to see a lot of support from their friends. And we got to see a lot of support from their friends and family during this, which I loved so much. And that was just a fun time for me. I enjoyed that a lot. So this has been delightful. I'm really excited to see where else it takes me as I continue to read it. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I have no idea what I'm reading next. We're gonna wing it, but I'm hopefully gonna get 1 or 2 more volumes in today, and then I'll come back and talk to you. So I read another volume today, which puts me 1 ahead right now. Fantastic. I'm so happy about that. There we go. So I read at the bookstore before I picked up my 4 BOGO volumes. I was very self-restrained. I read Ice Guy and Cool Girl Volume 1 because they didn't have a lot of the things I was trying to get. So I kind of had to pivot my plan, which happens. It's fine. It's fair. Like, we know what happens. I'm debating if I'm going to do a pickup order to get the couple things I couldn't find and see if maybe they're in the back room. But I'm really not sure. So I finished and read, like I sat there and read Ice Guy and Cool Girl Volume 1 because I was curious if I would like it. And I do like it. It's really, really cute. I don't love it for the price. Like, I didn't like it enough for the price. It's similar to I think the girl I think forgot her glasses. I really like those, but I also really struggle with those because of the price. I think they're a little expensive for what they are. So yeah, I read volume 1. I really liked it. I give it a 4. It's one that I will pick up at some point, but I'm really avoiding. Like, I'm desperately avoiding new series right now. One of my big goals of 30 and 30 is to catch up on things I already own and also continue series I'm already enjoying, because that's what we did. I only got one volume 1 in this pickup, so I'll just show you what I got real quick. Volume 4 of I'm a Wolf, but My Boss is a Sheep, because I want to be ready for 5 when that comes out. I did also get the Bean Counter, The Other Worlds Bean Counter. The Other Worlds books depend on the Bean Counter, volume 4, because this came out and I somehow missed pre-ordering it. I'm usually very diligent about my pre-orders, but I was not good about it. And then, oh my god, okay. And then I got Revenge, Mrs. Wrong, volume 2, so I will be reading that soon. As well as Lord Hades' Ruthless Marriage, volume 1. This is one that's been on my list to pick up for a while, and I was looking for something in the like $15-ish range to pick up, so this kind of was meant to be. I really wanted to get more Kowloon. They did not have any of the volumes I needed out, so there's that. That's where we're at. We are 18 out of 30 volumes read. That feels good. I'm hoping to make a good bit of progress here in the next couple days as well. I'll talk to y'all soon. Okay, so hair change, but I've officially read 3 volumes since I last updated you, and I've got a good stack with me in bed tonight. Grums was playing video games, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sit in bed and read, because that just sounds nice. But I'm officially 4 volumes behind right now, so that feels pretty doable to like turn it around. Because tonight I've already read 2 more volumes, and I'm gonna at least read 1 more, so that'll only put me 4 behind tomorrow. Again, if I read 2 or 3, we're getting there. So first up, Healer for the Shadow Hero. I really liked this. This is my new favorite steamship, potentially. I think they did a really good job with this one. I think the story and everything was really nice in this. It was a fun setup. I really liked both our characters. It just had a lot of elements I really liked. Like, they're both kind of nervous about the situation they're going into. They're really sweet to each other at the same time for being so nervous. So, yeah, I'm here for it. I really liked it. Then I read volume 2 of Love, That's an Understatement, which is a digital, and I liked it. It was like 3.5, I would say, for me, versus the first one, which was a 4, and I really enjoyed. I definitely want to pick up more of this at some point and see what I think, but for now, I'm happy to let it sit, kind of in my eventual digital TBR to pick up more for, because I think, like, it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's not as good as some of the other ones I've read. And then, last but not least, I did read The Other Worlds books Depend on the Bean Counter, volume 4. Fantastic volume, 5 stars. Maybe 4.5. It continues to develop the story really well. I like the plot, I like the character growth, I like the relationship growth. All the things in this are fantastic. So yeah, I've had like a solid reading little time here, but now I need to pick my next one, which I've got a stack and I don't know what I want to read next. So it ranges from like a volume 1 for Lord Hades' Ruthless Marriage, which I do really want to read. And then I also have Revenge, Mrs. Wrong, volume 2. I have Hi, I'm a Witch, 2 and 3. And I have I'm a Wolf, but My Boss is a Sheep, 4. So any of these put me current on series. So I don't know yet which one I'm going to pick, but I'm going to pick one. And like I said, ideally by tonight I'll have read 3, and then tomorrow I should read 4 more. And I'm like, if I finish this stack, I'm caught up and a little bit ahead. So we'll see what I do, because I'm hoping on Monday and Tuesday of next week, like the last 2 days of the readathon, to basically just like buckle down and read a bunch of digitals to maybe hit 45. I will at least hit 30. That shouldn't be a problem, but I would kind of really like to somehow read 15 volumes in the last like 2 days. So we'll see. We'll see what I manage this weekend. I wanted to read more than I did at the end of the day. So, and watching Shay like successfully do 90 in 30 days, I feel like I need to do that. Like, I need to challenge myself to that sooner than later. So we shall see. Either way, all right, I'm going to pick something else up and I'll be back to talk to you. I don't have a ton of thoughts about those last 3 volumes, but we'll be back. I did it. I read 4 volumes tonight now total, so 2 more are done. I did read I Am a Wolf, But My Boss is a Sheep, Volume 4. I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I wanted a little more progress in their relationship stuff. We got some, just not quite as much as I wanted. Solid 4. And then I read Revenge, Volume 2, Mrs. Wrong, whatever. 3? It's not great. I will probably pick up Volume 3 to decide, because I do feel like Volume 3 could make or break this. Like, I don't know. I thought it was going to be a little more dragged out than it has been so far. And I think that's part of the issue too. I really was expecting it to take a little longer to get to some of the things happening. But it has not. It kind of exploded in Volume 2 already a little bit. But not in the way I was expecting or wanting either. So there's that. 3. I'll report back once I get Volume 3 and read it whenever that comes out. I have no idea when. Probably September, like every other volume. But yeah, so we're at 24. It is, so yeah, we have 15 more minutes and it'll be the 27th. So if I read these 3 volumes tomorrow, I'm caught up again. So that's probably what'll happen. For now, I'm gonna lay down and go to bed because you can probably hear in my voice, I'm sleepy. So we're gonna sleep. Okay, it's time for a little update because I read 4 more things. And, well, one of them was late last night, and that was Hi, I'm a Witch, and my crush wants me to make a love potion Volume 2. This is adorable. I think we're getting Volume 4 in May, so I do need to read Volume 3 sooner than later, but this was fantastic. I loved it. I am really, really excited to continue. I love the art and the story in this so much. Absolute delight. I'm just loving it. This is definitely like a fantasy romance kind of royalty time. She is a witch, he's a knight, and he's getting a love potion for someone, and she has a crush on him because he kind of like came to her rescue years ago. And we get a little bit more of that backstory in this volume, which was fantastic. Little addition. Solid 4-star for me. I cannot wait to read Volume 3. I have it lined up for one of my next ones. And then, to catch myself up for 30 and 30, I read Volumes 1 through 3 of Black Panther and Sweet 16. This was a Shay rec, of course. I think she did a vlog with this recently, but I devoured those 3 volumes in the span of like an hour probably. The first 6, I believe it is, are on Comixology Unlimited, so you can give it a try that way. It's very much like you have to like messy manga to like this. We follow a heroine who has made the boy who's like a year older than her pet because he kind of demands it and is just a total asshat, to be honest with you. But she makes him his pet, and his whole friend groups are like the delinquents that everyone has a crush on, and she likes one of his friends, and we're following the pet kind of harass her and just be terrible, but it's also very funny. This is one of those mangas that to me like give me the vibe of like, you know, when you read a romance, like if you read regular books, if you read like a romance books, it's like, this is not good, but it is a fun time. This is these are like not, I'm giving them 4 stars, but like they're not amazing reads or anything, but they're a good time, and I'm here for that good time at the end of the day. So that's why I'm loving these so much. I read volumes 1 through 3. I'm gonna keep going, and I probably on the next double Kindle points day will pick up the rest. It's not super long. I think I like to buy like 3 or 4 volumes to finish it. Unfortunately, none of my libraries have it, but I'm probably going to finish that up, possibly before the end of 30 and 30. My goal to clear a full shelf did not happen, but things are happening soon that you'll know about before you know it. And because of that, I know I'll be reading a ton then. And I'm also going to take some stuff, like next month, I'm going to curate a little bit of a manga TBR to get through. I will be finishing Something's Wrong With Us next month and doing a little vlog for that, I think. Because I think it would be fun to bring y'all with me as I finish a series that I've really enjoyed so far. But yeah, I feel good. I feel good that I'm caught up. I'm at 28 volumes. It's the 28th. Like, I will finish my 30 and 30 like on time. So that is a joy, a delight, fantastic thing to have happen. But yeah, I'm gonna go read a regular book now for a bit. I'll talk to y'all soon when I read some more manga. So I've officially finished my 30th volume for 30 and 30. Look at me go. I want to update you real quick before I forget. Tomorrow we'll do stats and my haul, and this video will be done. But yeah, so I finished Black Panther and Sweet 16 volumes 4 and 5. And I do want to note that volume 6 is just missing off of Amazon. So that's weird and interesting. I will be acquiring it elsewhere. It is still available on like Barnes & Noble, Google Play Store, and some other places, just not on Amazon. So I read through that, and I'm officially 5 volumes into this 11 volume series that I'm really liking. Again, I think the storyline continues really nicely over the next few volumes. I think it's doing a great job on developing a little bit. It's not like amazing by no means. I think overall as this whole series, it'll land somewhere in the 3.5 range for me, but I'm like pulled through the story enough that like I don't want to stop reading it. So I am planning to continue reading it here and also, you know, finish off the series at some point. So yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go get volume 6 on a different app basically than Kindle to read it and go from there. But yeah, I did it. I feel really good about the fact that I managed to read everything. I did have a hot moment there where I wasn't sure if I'd hit 30 and 30. It's just been, April was such a stressful month. But I am excited because I am going to continue at a similar pace in May, I've decided. It may not be 30, but I'm at least going to read 20 volumes next month is my goal. I already have all of my There's Something Wrong With Us pulled out. I'm hoping to do a little mini vlog for that here. But yeah, I really want to keep reading manga at this pace where I'm reading 1 or 2 volumes every day or every other day. So if I can do that, that would put me at like 15 to 20 volumes in a month. I feel like that's a steady pace for me. I feel like that's a nice balance. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I will be back in the morning. We'll talk about stats and we'll do my little haul for the month and wrap this thing up. 30 and 30 is over. It is May 1st officially. So we're here to wrap this thing up. I have stats, I have data, I have all the things for you. I have a peas and a millie at my feet. Hold on. Because of course I can't just do a thing. It's fine. Anyways, I'm here. Let's wrap this up. So I did finish the goal. I hit 30 and I am beyond proud of myself right now. But also just so excited that I did it. I had a moment there where I was like, I don't know if I'm going to manage this. This might be a tough pull at the end of the month where I need to like really get my shit together and go for it, but we managed. So first up, let's talk about everything I bought in the month of April during 30 and 30, which is not a terrible stack. So first up, I did buy Love, That's an Understatement Volume 2. I had like $3.99 off with Kindle rewards, so I picked this up. And then these are the like shorter print volumes, so 9 things total that I bought, but I read most of them, which besides 2, so like that's a win. First things first, I did get Tsubaki Cho's Lonely Planet Volume 5. I picked up Volume 6 on sale at that Closing Barnes and hadn't picked up 5 yet, so now I can officially read the 2 of them. Next, I picked up The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter Volume 4. Obviously I read this, loved it. And then I picked up I'm a Wolf But My Boss is a Sheep Volume 4. Same thing. Next, the other one that I had not read yet, which is Lord Hades' Ruthless Marriage Volume 1. I do want to read this sooner than later. It's going in my stack for May. And then the last 4. Of course, I Married My Female Friend Volume 2. Revenge Mrs. Wrong Volume 2. Healer to the Shadow Hero Volume 1, not 2. Freaking, I'm so pumped for 2 on that one. And then Yakuza Fiance Volume 7. So that's everything I bought this month. I feel really good about how much I bought versus what I just dropped. Hold on. I feel really good about what I bought and how much I read in the month of April for 30 and 30. And like I said, I want to continue this energy forward. So that's the goal. But let's talk about those stats real quick and then we'll wrap this up. So I did read 30 volumes. Obviously that totaled 4,968 pages for a 4.3 average rating. I read 19 physical volumes and 11 digitals. The demographics I read were 1 shonen, 18 shoujo, 7 seinen, 3 Josei, and 1 Yuri. Not too shabby, honestly. But yeah, overall, I think right now I'm pretty happy with everything I read. I have a couple series I feel like I'm a little iffy on, but we'll see how I feel. I feel like I need to give them all 1 or 2 more volumes. Sometimes when I read this much in a row, I don't always love things. But let me know in the comments how your 30 and 30 went, because I really want to know, like, did you have a standout favorite or something that really, like, disappointed you? If you don't want to do any of that, you can leave me a coffee-related emoji for the bean counter, because that's what that always makes me think of. I know it means, like, counting beans, but whatever. You can leave me a coffee-related emoji in the comments. And I will be back with another video for y'all in just a few days, and I will talk to y'all then. Bye!
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away.